Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you. It's a beautiful day, and I got a dope pair of kicks to get into. I actually got these at a bargain. People have been telling me to grab this silhouette for quite some time, and I haven't. I think I've been more hesitant just because of the price more than anything else. I had an idea of what to expect, and I think they exceed my expectations. Today I want to get into a New Balance 992 made in USA. As the name suggests, they are made in the USA and they're using premium materials. I think typically the price point is closer to 200 or 185, something like that. But I had my eye on this colorway and I noticed it was on sale at Finish Line, and I always have status rewards to use at Finish Line, so these were on sale for I think $135, and then I used $15 in rewards, which took it down to about $120. With shipping and tax and everything, I was at right around 130 bucks, and I think that's a reasonable price for a decent pair of shoes. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's look at these New Balance 992 made in USA's. Alright, so I always start with the box, and for once, well, I guess the last New Balance I looked at, the Conversations Amongst Us, it had a different box. However, that was kind of the exception. Typically, every New Balance that I look at has the same boring box. There's nothing to it. And if you watch the channel, you know that I like a box that stands out. This being my only pair of made in USA New Balance shoes, I know right away when I look at that which pair it is. But you can see the American flag behind it. Got the stripes. No stars, but it's just the shape of a flag, and the number of stripes and whatnot definitely lets you know it's made in USA. NB made, and then made in the US for over 75 years, which that's pretty cool. That's dope. There's not much that's made in USA anymore, and that's a shame. The tag reads M992CC. This is a size 10. I went true to size, and really there's no other info on there aside from that. But like I said, I got these for about 130 bucks all in. I did want to point out too, the paper has that made and then the US flag, and underneath the lid it also has that made emblem. With over 75 years of authentic American craftsmanship, New Balance Made is designed without compromise. This pair represents our unwavering commitment to those who walk their own path. So pretty cool. And speaking of pretty cool, I really like these. I mean, I really like these. Up until recently, the only New Balance silhouettes that I had are like 574s. I got a couple pair of 480s. I've had random like New Balance numeric shoes, but for the most part 574s is what I've been rocking. And then, you know, last year I caught on to that 550 bug, and I think I got like 3 or 4 pairs of them. I don't know, I got a bunch. But all of my New Balances really until recently have just been kind of the lower end, you know, not really feeling luxurious or anything, but still being great value for the money. You know, we're talking about shoes that are like $100, even some down to like 60 bucks, you know. But I've always liked 574s. I like the retro runner style. I've always had good experiences with New Balance before. I like 550s. They're not really like super comfortable, but I just like the way they look. And then recently I got a pair of 2002 Rs, and I think they have pig skin on the upper as well as these do. And I was just blown away with how nice they feel. I mean, how nice they look. They look really high end, but then they also just feel really nice in hand and also on feet. I have not had this pair on feet yet, but this is strictly just based off of my first impressions and having them in hand and whatnot. I love that on the back, the USA. Now, I will tell you, I really, really like this pair. I mean, they seem extremely nice. This blue suede on the upper, like I said, I think it's pigskin, but you get so much play out of that and so much movement. I don't know if you can see it, but all this blue suede, and some of it's shorter, like on the front it's shorter, on the back it's a little bit longer, but you still get just as much life out of it. And I mean, it is a very, very, very high-end feeling material. So I don't know if that's coming through or not, but it changes color like you wouldn't believe, and it just feels so soft and even like luxurious. But I really, really like this. And it's on the mudguard, it's on the side panels, the eye stays, and then on the heel here it's like a little bit lengthier, just a little bit shaggier, but it's still real soft, still has a real high-end feel, and it's the exact same color, that like royal blue. But the outsole feels a lot like other New Balance runners in that it's just like real hard rubber. Like it feels like it'll be real grippy. It will probably take a long time to wear that down. I think it'll stay nice and, you know, it'll keep its edges and everything for a long time. It feels like it's made out of like tire material or something, but looks real clean. You can see the colors from the upper here saying New Balance, and it seems rigid at the midfoot as well, which I like. Seems like it'll give you good support there at the midfoot. And then here it's kind of like a translucent material that says 992. But then coming up, you can see that it meets like some red foam and some white foam, but then there's also like this jelly type looking material that I think says Absorb. Yeah, Absorb. What's that say? 585 maybe? But I'm guessing that's just a type of cushioning. This is my first pair of the Maiden series, and it's my first pair of 992s. So I don't know all the technology about it, but I believe this is a type of cushioning. And then I think it has it under the heel as well. But you see more of that jelly reddish material. And then I also like this hit up here. It's really clear, and it says New Balance there behind it, but I think that's real sharp looking. I think that's done well. Things like that can look kind of cheesy if it's not done well, but this looks nice. It looks really cool. And as mentioned before, we've just got this crazy good feeling material. I hope you can see that changing, because it just, I mean, it feels incredible in hand, but I couldn't be happier with how premium these materials seem. But we've got that on the mudguard, and then it kind of wraps back around like a 3 or something, you know, the way it's got that panel going back the side low there. But it looks like it's got like 2 rows of stitching that are the exact same color of that suede, and it just looks so clean. Looks really, really good. And that's on top of this nice blue mesh, which I love that color of like royal blue. And even that, my wife actually said like even that has a really nice feel to it. But you've got that on the toe box, and then back the side of the shoe just a little bit. And then there's a lot of overlays that have reflective on them. Like this material, this kind of feels like a synthetic, I don't know what it is, but it's got reflective on it. And then there's more reflective red back here. There's little reflective hits here in like silver, and this blue up here is reflective. And then the white on the top of the tongue, it's also kind of like a synthetic feeling material, but it's super reflective as well. And then you can see 992 branding and New Balance and the N there on the lace loop of the tongue. But the tongue is like a nylon type feeling tongue, but it feels nice and padded, and it's got like almost like a fleece type feeling, like it feels like a real nice sweatpant or something, the inside of that on the back of the tongue, and then up along the sock liner. And that's in gray. But then you've got like a canvas material in white up here around the sock liner too, and I really like this fuzzy end. But then it looks like the insole is royal blue.